Oh, you're reunited again. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Of all people to get the water bottle, it shouldn't have been you.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
I'm glad it's back.
I'm just, I feel like it's just an appendage to me.
Yeah.
It's so important to drink so much water.
Absolutely. There you go. You've got a good cheering squad. There's Ben.
Doesn't seem cool yet. Because he's sending you shit that I don't think he's supposed to send you. It's gonna get resolved though.
Yeah. But it's nice to do those trips and then you can do other things, you know, as you get older. You don't know what the future holds.
I'll hold it just in case you got it. You're good. That'll be me knocking it over here.
Yeah.
Here, little girl.
Oh, thank you.
You
Mom gave me
realize
one
you-
this
you
morning.
realize you're taking food out of your daughter's mouth.
All right, getting started here. We're in the big Eiserman rink today, which is fun. And we're meeting with Russell for the first time since they took the semifinal a couple weeks ago in Cornwall. So I think the girls will want to come out strong on this one, but we'll see. Got some cowbells in the house today. All right, Ella, Maddie, and Brooke, starting line, and Reed and Ellie. League play vs. Russell. Let's go. All right, off the face-off, Maddie looking for that. Brooke finds it, sends it through. Ella chasing over to the outside. Russell sending it back, and it's on Ellie's stick. Ellie to Reed, and Reed pops it up, goes past Ella. Russell finds it up the boards, pops up, and Reed's got her stick on it one more time. In the center, she pops that one over, looking for Brooke, and Russell sends it to the outside. Brooke gonna turn that one around. Nice work, Brooke. Nice little deke in. She's on the chase in. On the wall, tries to feed that one back to Maddie. Maddie pops it through to the corner. In the corner, that one gets kicked back. Brooke picks it up for a second. Russell finding. They're on the skate out. And in the neutral zone, girls watching. They're going to fire that one. Nora B will cover for now. All right, M winning that, goes back to Russell, and they're gonna fire wide over on the other side. They chase over for it, and Audrey's gonna find it. Backboards, she backhands that one. Russell behind the net, nobody there with her. Let's go in, Wildcats! That's it, Audrey sending to Sophie, and Sophie looking up. Let's go, Sophie! All right, that one gets taken by Russell. Back to Olivia and into the corner. M behind the net. Going around the other side. That one gets sent out the center, and it's right onto Olivia's stick. Olivia through the center. Not sure where Kate was going on that one, but that one gets dumped into our zone. Let's go, Kater! Fires that one out. Off of Gagne's skates and goes up to Jade, and Juliet's gonna find it and dump it in. Sorry, I was just at a basketball game, so I'm yelling more than I normally would on a on a video. I'm gonna stop. All right, Reed popping that up, and Kira finding it at the wall, sending it through to Jade. Jade backhanding that one out front, Juliet. Back of the net, and 1-0 Wildcats. Beauty play. Nice work, ladies. All right, Juliet pushing that one through. Jade chasing in, Russell finding it and going out the outside. That one pushed past Ellie, and Reed's back. She's gonna find it. Quick turnaround, nice work. She fires it up looking for Kira off the corner. Kira pops it up the boards and chases through. Russell turns around in the neutral zone. Kira tries to get her stick on it. Off the bench, Maddie going in, and she's gonna let Kira take that one away. Kira on the entry into the zone. All right, Russell turning it around, coming back into the zone, and Maddie on the back check. She lifts that stick. That one gets popped off, and Audrey finds it. Brooke feeds it up to Ella, and those girls are back in the zone. Ella tries to backhand out front. Can't quite get that forehand on it to get a shot. Russell picking it up at the line. Ella goes over and nice pressure. She picks it up and pops it back to Audrey. Audrey trying to send it through the center there. That gets stopped by Russell, and they're going to dump it in deep. Sent out front. Picked up by M. Nice play. M goes up the line. She's going to go in the center herself. Tries for a shot. Fluffs it. Russell picks it up. Capitalizes on that. And Ella chases across. Forced to the outside. That one bounces center, and they get a soft shot off to the outside. That one goes other side of the net, over to Sophie. Ella needs a change here. M. Pop to the center. Olivia trying to get that one up to M, and that one goes in deep. Round the back of the net, Russell sends it around. Kate comes in for it. She holds it there, turns it around, throws it towards the center. Russell finds it. They try to get it out. Sophie interrupts at the blue line, gets turned around, and that one ends up getting sent all the way down. It'll be called back for icing. Sent out to the outside. Russell finding it at the boards, tries to send it through. Reed picks it up, sends it center. Juliet finding it and shot. One more by Juliet. Nice work, Juju. 2-0 Wildcats. Got quick shots today. Quick shots. All right, Juliet sending that one back to Ellie. Ellie over to Reed, and Reed popping it up and past Kira. On the boards, Juliet fighting for it. Jade comes across. Gets released, and Juliet pops it into the zone again. Russell turns it around, skates it down the wall. Stopped for a second by Jade, ends up with Reed. Oh, Reed fighting at the blue line. They manage to get their stick on it one more time and send it in deep. Ellie's going to find that one. Turns it around, fires it over to the other side, past Reed, and looking for Jade to pick it up. She's able to grab it off the wall, bounces it past the player there, and Juliet's going to dig back and throw that one in so she can go in the change. Jade stays on, chases into the corner, finds it at the wall. Russell come out with it, and they try to send it down. Ella looking for it at the blue line, comes out, and Maddie's all over it. She sends that back to Audrey. And Audrey's going to send that one up, feeds Maddie in the center. Nice skating, Maddie. One more time, lines up just wide, nice shot. Comes around to the other side. Sawyer able to pick it up, and she pops it up again into the corner. Russell popping it out between our D, and they've got lots of time to chase back for it. Audrey will be first back. She turns that around quickly. Goes for a little skate. Makes it part of the way up there. Shoulders her way in. Gets in. Finds that. Oh, shot just wide of the net. Good chance. Ella staying back for her. Goes back to Ella. And Ella fires off a player. Resets. Dekes in. Still has it. And sends that one up behind the net. Brooke's still on. She chases in. Forces that to the backboards. Kate off the bend, watching the line. She's going to find that one, dig it into the corner. Turns it around. Goes into the center. Fires. Russell finding that one, sending it just past the blue line. They pop it in. Danny finds it. She goes all the way back, catches it before the net. Danny sends to Audrey. Audrey pops it up, looking for Milne. Russell backhands it. That goes over into the corner, and Danny's going to chase back. Russell picking it up one more time. Got to get some better possession in our own zone here. Let's go, girls! Interrupt! All right. Kate interrupts, and Milne comes out with it. Milne sending it center. Kate backhands that one in, and Sophie chases into the corner. Olivia going up. Kate's going to find it. She's going to fire it center. Sophie able to pick that one up, and she skates it into the corner. Loose again. Juliet finding that one in the center. Backhanded. Sends it back to reset with Olivia, and Olivia sends it into the corner. Juliet behind the net. Good battle. Comes out with it. She's looking for someone to give it to. Russell still all over her. Kira comes in to help. And Russell coming out, using the wall. Reed finds it just past the blue line. Girls clear. Picked up in the corner. Jade stops that one as they try to do a cross-ice pass. And Kira sends it back to Ellie. And it pops up into the Russell bench whistle. 6:53 left in the first. All right, that one popping out off the face-off. Russell sending it outside. Ellie finding it. Nice shot behind the net. Kira backhanding it towards the net. Jade comes in, tries to backhand it. She's not able to get it. Back of the net again. And her and Kira both fighting for it. Jade's out front on her backhand. Russell releases it. They send it back to Ellie, and Ellie fires. Beauty just across the front of the goalie's pads. That one popped up by Kira, and Juliet's going to find it and try to backhand it up. Russell finding it and sending it into our zone. That'll be back for icing. All right, backhanded by Leclerc off the face-off. Russell picks it up. They go for a skate off the outside. Nice back check. Maddie there. Sawyer finds it, sends it up the boards, and Ella has it for a second. Russell turns it around again. They fire it center, and Audrey picks it up right in front of the net. Nora's all over it. Makes that save. All right, Maddie sending that one through to Russell. They send it wide across the front of the net, and Brooke is going to pick it up. She's going on a skate in, tries to use the wall, finds it again, and sends it behind the net. Coming out the other side, Maddie fires across. That one gets sent out of the zone, and Audrey's in the center to pick it up. Russell interrupts there on their way out. Gets turned around, Sawyer waiting for it, and she pops it up right under Brooke's stick. Brooke tries to send to Maddie, makes it to Ella. Ella gets taken out. Bit weird there wasn't a call on that one. They're throwing some shoulders around, and back to Danny in our zone. Danny sending it across, makes it to Brooke. Brooke's got control. She tries to fire that one up. It's blocked, and in the center, Maddie's going to pop that one up and out to Ella. Chasing past the center line. In their own zone. Russell pick it up. And M sends back. Resets to Olivia. Olivia sends it to Danny. She tries to send it out. Russell gets in the middle of it and forces it back behind our net. Battle behind the net. Sent across. All right, M picking that one up and trying to control. I would be yelling. All right, backhanded out by M. Shot blocked by Kate. Up in the air again, and Danny's back for it. Danny sending to Kate. Kate battling at the boards, and Danny able to pop it through. Girls trying to stop that one more time. Off the boards and back in the zone. Let's go Wildcats. Let's clear Wildcats. Olivia with the turnaround. Pass to Sophie. Sophie going up the line. Pushes all the way in. Turns it around, tries for the net, interrupted, and Russell clears the zone one more time. They're not going to call that one, so Ellie will have to be back quick for it. She finds it behind the net. Em's still on and watching. Reed finding it on the other side. Sending that one all the way around. Kate will have to go back for it. She's in first, and Ellie's going to find it one more time. Ellie with the turnaround. Fires to Kate. Kate sends it out, looking for Jade just behind her. She gets over for it, and she's going to take it up the boards. Turned around by Russell. Off the bench, Juliet finds it. Russell kind of getting in the way there on their own bench, and all the girls watching the line. Russell tries to come out the center one more time. She's got a wall of girls coming for her. She fires that one off Reed. Doesn't get a chance to set that one properly. Reed finding that with her stick one more time on the way in, and Sawyer's going to find it. Nice little control at the boards. Sends to Juliet. Juliet is going to fire that right up the boards and chase in after it. Around the back, Russell down. Kira picks it up and sends it to the other side. Kira goes across for it. Oh, Juliet fed that in the middle. Can't quite get that. It's bouncing. Russell finding it on the other side, feeding it back to Sawyer, and Sawyer sends it center, right off the goalie's pads, over to the other side. Audrey wants to come up for it. She backhands that one all the way back to Jade. Jade lines up. Sniper just wide of the net. On the other side, Kira sends it back to Sawyer one more time. They're peppering the goalie. Back of the net again. Kira there, sending it over to Juliet on the other side. She looked at front. She'd see Jade. She's trapped, held to the boards. Jade's going to come in and pick it up and send it up the boards. Looking to find Sawyer. Russell picks it up, and Kira comes back and releases that one. That'll be whistled back with just under 2 minutes left in the first. Maddie sending that one through. Russell finding it, sending it to the boards, trying to send it out center, and that one gets picked up by Brooke. She's going to fire that back behind the net. Maddie nearly had that. Russell finds it, interrupted for a second by Brooke. They go down the wall, stop just at the blue line. They have to pass it out, and our girls watching, that one gets interrupted, and it's going to be Danny that can find that one, chop it out to the side. They send it around the back of our net, over to Brooke. Brooke feeds it up and into the zone. Ella chases in after it. That one gets back to Ellie, and she's going to send it over to Reed. Reset up the other side. Reed trying to feed it up to Milne. She comes up the center. Russell getting it out of the air. Reed comes in and makes sure that gets into the corner. That one picked up by Kate behind the net. Reset to Ellie. Ellie pops it up towards the net. Em finds it. Sophie right in front of the net. It's bouncing. Can't quite get her stick on it. Sent around the outside. Milne taps that. Keeps it in. Kate taps it. Milne picks it up. And girls are on the skate back in. Go Milne. Oh, she sends that one. Bad timing. Goes off a player and back out. Reed back in our zone, picking it up. Reed taking a skate up the outside and drops that one off. Around the outside, Sawyer picking it up just outside of the zone. Girls are waiting a little bit here when they don't have to. And that'll be the end of the period. 2-0 right now, Wildcats. All right, beginning of the second. That one goes through Juliet's legs. Kira turns around, tries to pop it through. Bounces onto Juliet's stick, and she's going to feed that one through some legs and into herself in the corner. Sends that one behind the net. Kira there looking for it. Turns around, sends it back to Juliet. Russell there now. Jade comes over and takes it to the outside. She's got control. Tries to backhand that one to Juliet behind her. Russell finds it and takes it a little bit down the wall. Juliet still watching. Jade able to dig it out. Tries to pop that one into the center. Russell picking it up. Jade still sticking on it, using her body. Russell sends it around the other side, and Sawyer comes up for it. She's going to send that one back around the other side of the net, and Jade rushing over. Jade in the corner, fires it out center, hoping somebody's there, makes it onto a Russell stick, but Juliet interrupts, and that one pops just back past Sawyer's stick. She's got to control some Russell action there and makes it back. Kira's behind her. She sends that one over to Audrey, and Audrey up to Jade one more time. Girls heading towards the zone. Probably needed a change. Up the center. Russell finding it. Turning it around. Jade still on, tries to interrupt. That one going back, and it's going to be on the D this time. Kira back with the back check. Nora makes the save. Audrey picks up the rebound and comes around, releases it up the wall, looks for Kira. Kira tries to get that one out. Maddie on, picks it up, fires it up to Jade. Jade on a long shift, skates it all the way in, drags it into the corner, and backhands that one right out to Maddie. Inner skates, can't quite reset onto her stick. Tries one more time. Russell in the center, grabbing that one, and Ella chasing across, trying to control that in the neutral zone. Takes it away from Russell, ends up with Olivia behind the net, sends it across. Ella's still there covering, and Ella looks to go up the center. She's got some space. Fires it up to Brooke on the right, and tipped in by Russell, back in their zone. Around the back, they send it. Brooke stops on the wall. Sent behind the net. Russell picking it up, trying to exit. Danny watching. She backhands that one into the corner. And quick change here. Milne on, backhands it back to Sawyer. And Sawyer, nice shot, goes off a player in front of the net, doesn't make it all the way. And they look for a skate in. Olivia watching that one carefully, sends them to the outside. Controls in the corner, and Milne back with her. She's going to pick it up. And she's going to go for a skate up the center. Sent out left. Brooke tries to get to it. Dropped off to Olivia. And Olivia with a little turnaround there. Goes for a little skate. Goes into the center. Tries that shot. Oh! And Russell gets an own goal. They're trying to control it. And instead it pops in. So that'll be given to Olivia. 3-0 Wildcats. She created the chance for that. It happens. We've all been there. All right, that one going out off the face-off. Ellie's down, and so Sophie has to go back and try to get control of it. Russell finding it, trying to get it in. They trip over the side of the net. That one gets dropped off, and Reed feeding that one out. Kate pushing it through, skate stick, up the wall, taking it into the corner, goes for a stop. She's still controlling it. Pops that one back to Reed. Reed lines up, fire center. Sophie's got her stick on it just out front. Can't quite get it at the right angle there. Tries to feed that out front to Milne one more time. In the corner, Kate stopping it. Popped up the wall. Popped by Sophie, and Milne watching. That would get sent out and down the line, and luckily Russell falls down there. Reed gets back for it first and brings it around the back of the net. She fires that one across Kate. Kate pops that one up, lets Milne come in, pick it up, and fires it up and into the corner behind the net. Sophie still on, tries to fire out in front of the net. Nobody there right now. She maintains control. Juliet on, comes in, and Audrey fights up the boards to keep control. Goes out the back. Juliet's got it. Takes it up towards the net. She wants a hat trick. Denied that time. Coming around the other side. Sawyer's able to stop. Loses it for a second. Pops out center, and Juliet goes back. Gets her stick on it first. At the center line, Audrey chases up and pushes it all the way into the zone herself. Oh, Audrey and the Russell player down behind the net. Kira picking it up, and there'll be a call on that one. Cats will be going on to the power play. All right, Juliet sending that one back off the wall, goes past Danny. Olivia back. Olivia to Danny. Danny to Juliet. Russell finds it, sends it back at the center line. Olivia's able to pop it back. Kira picks it up. Skates back into the zone and tries to set that up out front for Juliet. Russell player interrupts. Back over the other side. Olivia finds it. Sends it center one more time. Juliet tries for the tip. Russell sending it out and shot by Olivia right on the goalie. Still live. Comes back to Olivia one more time. She sends that right to the center. Goalie still looking for it. Jade sends to the other side. Kira feeds out front to Juliet. And Russell interrupts and gets it out of the zone. Dumps it down. Olivia sending up to Jade, goes just past her stick, into the zone. Russell picks it up. Jade manages to keep it going into the corner. Reed coming up, finding it, feeding it to Juliet, who sends it to Ella, who's on now. Goes wide. Ella back to Ellie. Ellie to Ella. Ella lining up, sending it to Brooke right out front of the net. Nice chance, pushes it just wide. One more time on Brooke's stick, makes it to Ella. She shoots wide. Over to Maddie one more time, seeing if they can set up one more shot. Maddie wants it herself. Tries to feed for a tip for Brooke, just goes wide of her stick. And Maddie one more time backhands it. Brooke loses it off her stick, and Ellie comes up, tries to stop that. That one gets sent down the ice. 7 seconds left. Couple of good chances there. Power play expires, and Russell picks it up in their own zone. Reed picks it up, resets at the center line, and fires that into their zone. Russell find it. They send it at the center, picked up by Brooke, just south of the blue line, and sent in wide of the net. Girls on the change. They're going to clear, goes out in the center. Kate's going to pick that one up, sends it out to the boards, follows through, and sends it back into the zone. Fired across. Ellie's there, stops it just past the blue line, sends it across. Sophie's going to pick that one up and take it through some traffic into the zone. M firing it to Sophie in the corner. Sophie releasing, Russell coming out the other side. They send it to the wall, goes through Sawyer's skates, and M comes through and sends it to the backboards. Sophie one more time along the wall. Back to Sawyer, slap center, still loose in the corner. Kate going in for it. Through Sawyer's legs, Milne finds it, stick down. Milne picking it up one more time in the neutral zone and sending it back to Audrey. Audrey sends to Sophie. Sophie fires, goes wide of the net. Round the other side, Juliet's on. And that one goes down the center of the ice. Sawyer there watching it, comes all the way back to Audrey in our zone, and she's going to feed that one up onto Juliet's stick. Juliet's got a breakaway. See if she can get a hat trick. Oh, just wide. Nice shot. On the outside, Kira picking that up. Drags it past the blue line. Can't keep it in the zone. Girls out. Juliet trying to find it in the center there. And Audrey comes across to look for it. Audrey feeding it into the zone. Round the back. Kira finding it. Tries to feed that out front. Russell gets to it. And Jade holds them on the boards and fires it over to the other side. Kira looking for it, can't quite reach. Gets some good skate deflections there. Oh, she feeds a nice slapper to Juliet in the center, and that one's saved. All right, that one is being pushed through to the outside. Danny fighting on the wall, and Maddie coming in, pokes it through. Keeping it in Russell's zone, behind their net. Tries to feed that one over to Brooke. She manages to find it, send it out front, only Russell there, and they pick it up and turn it around. Olivia getting that, sending it out. Russell picking it up behind the net, and Brooke's gonna have to go in for it. Send it up the wall. Popped out in the center. Ella's just off the bench. She's gonna skate it in. Just off the end of her stick. She gets forced to the backboard, sticks with it, and Russell sends that up and around. Reed finds it, sends it center, it's loose. Russell gets it out of there, but it's back. And Maddie trying to control that. She's sort of dancing over it. Russell picks it up and goes for a skate out. They get in close enough to take a soft shot, and Nora's gone. All right, off the face-off. Girls try to push that one through. Em's going to pick it up, fires it up to Kate. Turned around by Russell. Em neutralizing that one and bringing it behind the net. Sending it around to Sophie. Pops out. Russell gets it out front of the net. Reed trying to get that one out of the way. And Sophie's going to pick it up in the center. Sophie going for a skate in. Kate picks it up. Whoa, she gets tripped by Sophie by accident, goes for a flight. And they're looking for that puck all over. Round the outside, Milne coming out, and Audrey holding it at the boards. Kate finds it, Milne finds it, sends it up to Sophie in the corner. Goes back. Kate's going to pick that one up, send it up the boards. Sophie picks it up. Tries to deke through the center, goes to the outside. Em's still on, she finds it, and she dumps it into the corner. And there'll be a call on that. Sorry, it was just offside. 3:05 left to play in the second. Juliet wins that. Goes through to the Russell D. They send it back to Sawyer. Sawyer through some legs, sends it over to Audrey. Audrey skates it in. She tries to feed that one back to Jade, who's watching her blue line. That one gets pushed past, and Sawyer's across watching it. Sends that Russell player into the corner. Tries to pick it up. She ends up firing it over and finding Kira on the right. Kira uses the boards, her skates, sends it back into the zone, and floats over to the goalie she holds. Juliet sends that one back to Kira. Kira pops it to Olivia. Olivia over to Danny. Danny lines up, slaps behind the net and over. That one goes back. Danny there picking it up. popping it up the wall, doesn't go as far as she wants. Juliet back, and that'll be an offside. All right, sent out. Brooke finding it, giving it to Olivia. Russell pushes it through. And Olivia sending it up the wall, hoping Brooke can find it. Back to Olivia one more time and turns it around. Behind the net, doesn't realize she throws that one through with her skates. Danny, hard pass to Ella. Ella tries to get it up, pops up. Russell finding it in the middle, and Olivia there to neutralize that potential shot. Gets sent back to Olivia one more time. She's going to take a second, turn it around, get it to Brooke. Brooke feeding onto the back of Maddie's skates and into the zone. Russell trying to send it out one more time. Comes back to Ellie. Ellie fires wide and sends it over. Reed comes up, fires towards the net. Brooke trying to dig it out, backhanded in front, loose out front. Russell finds it, tries to push it out the center. Ellie gets it up, but it goes off a Russell player, and they're on the entrance here, stopped by Reed's body. They're going to backhand towards the net, and Ellie's got the one Russell player in deep covered. Pops that one up, and Maddie gets her stick on it. Sends it to Ella in the center. Nice pass. Ella brings that one in off the goalie's. Oh, M comes off the bench. One more shot off a player. Ellie comes up and pushes that one up the wall. Bounces past her. M covering, sends it into the corner. Sophie's on the other side. She's going to find it. Tries to look out front to Kate. Doesn't make it all the way. Turned around. Comes over to Reed. And Reed pops it center. Sophie's got it. And 5-hole. That's going to be that. Nice control. 4-0 Wildcats. "12 seconds left in the second." No. All right, that one goes to Ellie. Tries to pop it out. Bounces back. Gets it to Sophie. Sorry, I sort of slowed down there. M in the center. Bullet. Sophie with the rebound, and that one goes over to the outside. And that'll be the end of the second. 4-0 Wildcats. All right, top of the third. M getting that, sending it to Sawyer. Sawyer feeding up the wall to Kate. Kate turns around. Backhand's looking for M. M comes in and finds it. Sawyer sending to Sophie. Sophie going up the wall. Sophie loses it in the center. Sawyer looks for a second, doesn't realize that it's on her. On a player. Kate turns it around, and she goes for a skate in. She's held at the boards in the corner. M trying to push that one out. Gets sent back to the corner. Nobody knows where it is. Russell picking that up and sending it down the ice. Audrey behind the net, picks it up. Turns it around, up the boards to Kate. Gets it in her skate. Goes through the ref. Tries to keep pushing forward. Russell comes down, tries to turn it around. And in front of the net, Milne watching. Gets onto Audrey's stick and she's going for a skate. Passes to Kate. Kate goes for the entry, sends towards the net and out. Jade chases over, picks it up. That one comes out the center. Russell got it. They fire across. Jade in the right place. Stops it for a second and Russell regains control and sends it down behind our net. Olivia's got it. Backhands to Kira. Tries to tap that one out to Juliet. Russell interrupts. And we're back behind our net again. Juliet and Olivia. Olivia coming out with it and one more time backhanding to Kira. Kira trying to get that one straight. Back into Olivia's skates. So we're going back into the zone again. And Olivia turning around. One more try. One more time, backhand to Kira. Kira popping it out onto a Russell stick. Girls are having trouble with their exit here. Picked up by Kira in the center. She's going to try this differently. Backhands that one to Juliet. And Juliet's able to skate that out and into the zone. Sends it towards the net, goes wide, and she chases to the backboards for it. Tries to pop that one back. Doesn't have any players there with her. Bounces back to Ellie off her stick and center. Reed's going to pick that one up and throw it back behind the net. Russell trying to exit one more time. Ellie finding it at the blue line and feeding it into the corner. Coming around the outside. Reed able to stop that movement. Brooke finds it, sends that shot wide, and Maddie goes over to the other side to watch the boards. Russell backhanding, Ellie finding it, sending it just across the front of the boards. Ella and Reed watching the wall, and Reed sends that one into the corner. Maddie finding it, backhanding it out, back to Reed. Pops up. Girls trying to grab that out of the air. It's loose out front. Maddie setting it into the goalie's pads. They give it a second there, and there's a whistle, even though the goalie doesn't have it. We've got 16 and a half left to play in the third. All right, Maddie, nice chance back to Reed. Reed fires that off the goalie. She can't hold it. Over to Brooke, and Brooke sends it out to Ellie. Ellie trying to pop it up the line to Brooke one more time. Russell interrupts that and sends it out center. They're going for a skate. Reed one-on-one. She forces to the outside. In the corner, Ella comes in, and that one ends up right on Maddie's stick. She goes up the outside. Dumps it in, goes for a change. Around the outside, Sawyer coming up. Out the center, Sawyer sends that one off the goalie's pads, coming out the wall. Kate goes up, pops it up. M goes in behind the net. Sophie with the grab, gets that, goes over the blue line. I don't know if Sophie cleared there, I hope so. And Sophie picking it up one more time. She's going for a skate right in, bounces off the goalie into the back of the net. Loose out to the side, and girls try for a poke. There's a whistle. Not sure why, but I guess that's a call on Sophie. So we'll be going on to the PK. All right, M winning that right off the bat. Kate chasing it up. That one gets sent down and into the corner. Sawyer sending it up the wall. Bounces out center, and in the center, Nora blocks the shot there. Kate's gonna find that one. She's gonna fire that one into the corner, and M's gonna chase in. M picking it up behind their net, holding it for a little bit, seeing what kind of action she can get there. Come on, Kate, go for it. Kate chasing across, pushing to the outside, and that one gets interrupted and sent wide. Sawyer picking it up one more time on the wall, firing it up, and that'll go up. Kate's got a chance here. She's going to skate that one in. Fires towards the net, saved and held by the goalie. I don't worry. I don't worry.
Hey, listen, I've been in TV for 42 years. It bothers the shit out of me.
Stand low.
Absolutely. There's etiquette.
Thank you. All right, on the wall, that one fires out right onto Olivia's stick, and she gets that back in behind the net. So Wildcats controlling the PK here in Russell's zone. They're picking it up in the corner and going for a skate out. Great back check by Juliet. She's right there. Jade following. All the Wildcats into the corner. Olivia gets to it first. She does a little turnaround there, fires it up the line. Jade comes in, tries for a poke there, goes back to Olivia. Still on our stick, just not getting out of the zone quite yet. Jade's got it, and she fires it up and out. One more clear. 30 seconds left in the PK. And just under 14 left in the third. They send it around the outside. Jade with the nice stop. She comes in. Shot. Oh, Juliet comes in. Again, looking to get that rebound into the corner. Doesn't quite make it. She's got control. Turns it around. Tries to get out front. Russell strips it, backhands it, but they only make it as far as Ellie. Ellie passing to Reed, and Reed firing it on the goalie one more time. It's loose. And Russell turning it around. They go through the center. Off the bench, Maddie with a beautiful interception there. She brings it up the wall and backhands that one back to Ellie one more time. Ellie passing to Reed. She's got a nice chance if she can get her stick on it. Fires it up, but onto a Russell player. And that one deflected behind the net. Russell trying to exit one more time. Ellie in the right spot, pops it up off a couple of backs. Sets it up in the corner again for Ella, who backhands it back to Reed. Reed's gonna fire that one more time. Oh, girls try for the tip. Can't quite get it at the right timing there. And little scuffle. Russell goalie finally able to cover. All right, that one going out to the outside. Reed picking it up, sending it center. Brooke trying to get her stick on it. Get that one back into the net. Goalie comes across. That one bounces out. Brooke is able to find it. She backhands that one over. Ella finds it. Oh, it's loose out front. Nice shot on the goalie saved. Off the face-off. Maddie's got to push a Russell player off it. She's on top. Gets to Ella. Ella finds a way to loosen that up and send it into the corner. She chases back for it, follows it through behind the net. Russell turns it around. Maddie picks that one up. Sawyer stops it at the wall. It bounces up, and Russell's got it on the entry. Pass out front, and that one's right on Nora. She makes a nice save. Way to go, Nora! All right, off the face-off. That one pushed through by M. Back to Sawyer. Sawyer backhands it over to Kate. Sawyer finding it. Russell picking it up. In M skates. They try to get it out of there. A little bit of a kerfuffle in front of the net. And that one goes over to Sophie. Sophie bouncing it out up the wall. Sent out to the outside. Backhands it out front to Kate. Kate tries to feed that one to M. Doesn't quite get her stick on it. Sophie finds it loose out front. Lots of chances here. Girls just looking for the right angle. One more time, back to Olivia. Olivia to Sophie. Sophie sending it up the wall and into the corner. Sophie backhanding that one. Oh, bounces past Olivia and out of the zone. She's going to get back to it. Sophie over to Danny. Olivia. Danny to Olivia. Weird pass in front of the net. Danny to M and M to Sophie. That one gets sent back. Juliet picking that one out of the air. And tries to go for an entry one more time. Reed's going to find that when it turns around and send it up the wall. That one bounced up by Russell. Kira on the back check, picks it up, turns it around. Tries to follow a bounce up the wall. Russell's going to send it out center, and Juliet fits it. Sending it up the wall, looking for Jade. She had it in her skate there. Couldn't get the stick on it. Russell sends it around the other side of the wall. And Reed's on the watch. Kira digging it out. Battle on the boards. Her and Jade hoping to find that. 2 and 2 there. And they'll whistle that one. Hi there. Go ahead. No, you're fine. You're fine. Getting ready for a Raiders game after this one, so there's a lot of traffic going up to the TV booth. All right, off the face-off, goes out, looking for Ella. She's able to pick it up just before the blue line, sends it up the boards. Russell picks it up and sends it down. Audrey finding that one, feeding it up to Sawyer. Sawyer's got a bit of space. She takes it up the line. Trapped on the boards. Ella's back watching it, and she sends it to the backboards. Brooke chases around the other side, manages to get it. Maddie coming out. Feeds it to Sawyer. She's not quite ready for her slap, but she manages to keep possession and turn it around and send it right back to the backboards one more time. Maddie holding the girl, and Ella coming in to see if she can get the puck. It goes past her, and Sawyer comes up. Ella back, finds it one more time, and feeds it back. Russell's sending it around the other side. Audrey coming up, looking after that puck, and sending it into the corner. Back to Brooke. She fires it behind the net. She's down. And we got some new players here with some legs. Audrey to Kate. Kate feeds it to herself. Crashes over to the other side. Finds it on the wall one more time. That goes down the wall to Audrey. And Audrey turns it around and fires it into the corner one more time. Kate back behind the net. She gets taken down, and that'll be a call. Good little hip bump there. So Cats will be on the PK for the next 2 minutes, and we've got 8:14 left in the third. 4-0. She's still on. She must be fine. All right, that one won by M. Through the back. Kate picking it up in the corner. Comes around. Sends that one across to Danny. Danny to Olivia. Olivia up to Kate. Turns it around, backhands that one out to M out front. M fires to the net, looks to set that one up as a tip for Sophie, and we got a whistle. Not sure what that is. Oh, the goal's off? The net's off, yeah. All right, M sending that one out to Kate. It's in her skate. She tries to get that one. Russell finds it and sends it down the wall. Olivia finding it on the boards. Em popping it through. Kate finds it. Tries to feed that one up. It fluffs. Goes back to Olivia. And Olivia going in, letting the girls on the change here. She maintains that all by herself. Passes that back to Sophie, who's still on. Sophie pops it through some legs. Juliet picking it up off the bench. Tries to push it forward. Off a skate. Comes back to Reed. And Reed's going to send that one. Again, deflection off a skate and goes out wide. Ellie's going to find it. Feed it to Reed. Reed to Kira, and Kira trying to pop that one through to Juliet. Russell one more time, interrupting in the center. Jade turning around. Nice pass, looking for Ellie. Interrupted for a second. She chases across. And they clear it part of the way out. Reed picking that up in our zone. Reed firing it to Kira. She pops to Juliet. Jade finding it in the center. Skate, stick, skate. Takes it to the outside. Looks to pass that one back to Kira in the center. Not quite lined up for the shot she wants there. Sends it back to Audrey. Audrey controls at the blue line and sends it up to Jade. Jade being held. She's taken down. Juliet comes in, releases it. Feeds that one back to Audrey. Audrey takes a shot, goes just wide. Sawyer goes up, she's held. Russell tries to send that one back and down. Juliet's watching it, and she picks it up before the blue line. Tries to feed that one through the center, goes off a skate, and they've cleared one more time, not far. Audrey's got it just past the center line. Back to full strength now, nothing on that power play. Russell picking it up in the center, just a funny fluffed chance there. They've got a shot out front, Russell, and Nora watched it the whole way, easily grabs it. See the clock there, I think. 5:43 left. Through the center. Ella's on the loose. She tries to chase that one. Makes it back to Olivia. Olivia, a couple quick turnarounds. Backhands that one behind the net over to Danny. Danny keeps control, gets it to Ella. Ella trying to fire that. Bounces it out to Maddie. Nice pass. Maddie taking it through the center. Goes past her stick. Brooke finds it, and she backhands it back to Olivia. Olivia up to Brooke. Goes past her into the corner, and she chases back. Danny, one more time. Sending it in at the backboards. Maddie fights for it. She comes out, tries for the wraparound. Oh my gosh! That floats across the goal line and doesn't go in, and goes back to Danny. Danny to Olivia. Olivia up to Brooke. Brooke pops that one into the zone. Girls go for the change.
Hi, I'm looking. Are you?
I'm doing this. That's okay. Reed behind the net, picks it up, and turns it around. Reed going for a skate through the center, gets into the zone, and that one gets popped back. Sophie finds it on the way into the zone. Kate chases into the corner, pops it up. She owns that. She gets held by a couple of players. Em chases in and picks it up behind the net. Feeds that out to Sophie. Russell picks it up instead and skating it back behind the net. Comes around to Reed. Reed's got it on the wall, and Kate comes in looking for it. That one makes it back to Milne. Milne pops it up into the corner one more time, and Sophie found it behind the net. Nope, it's going to be Kate. Milne there too. Picks it up, needs to see Sophie out front, tries to backhand that one in, and that one's held by the goal. Off the face-off, Russell pushing through. Kira takes a slap at that, and a Russell player goes down. She manages to pass that one up the boards to Sawyer. She does a slap, gets stopped by a Russell player in front of the net. Jade chases into the corner. Jade maintains possession there, pops it through looking for Juliet to pick it up. They're kicking it back and forth. That one gets pushed just past Audrey. She turns it around and onto a Russell stick one more time. They're on their way out of the zone. Kira chasing across, and Juliet finally interrupts. That one pops out center, Russell picking it up, and that'll be an offside. That one goes out to Kira. Kira backhands looking for Sawyer, goes to her outside, and she skates back. Nice bounce behind the net, sends it over to Audrey. Audrey sends it out down the zone. Kira going in for a fast skate. Russell picking it up and taking it behind their net. Interrupted in the center there for a second. Russell picks it up again, and they look for an exit. Sawyer's going to be able to pick it up and send it off the boards one more time for Kira. Kira's got a little bit more control this time, can backhand it back to the backboards, follow it through, sends it out front. Looks like it's going to hit Juliet. Russell finds it instead, and they go for a skate out. Danny finding that on their way in, sends it to Brooke. Brooke's got a chance here. She's going in, drops to Ella. Oh, they feed it through. Maddie picking it up, can't quite get it to the net. Lots of nice thoughts there, but less than 2 left to go. Maddie sends to Brooke. Brooke tries to feed that to Ella. Ella backhands it over. Nobody there. Russell finding it on the wall and sending it up. Danny sends it back into the zone, and that'll be, girls were offside there, I think. All right, that one going through Ella's legs. She manages to get her tape on it and send it through behind the net, carries it over, tries to feed that out to Brooke out front. Russell stick gets in the way. They pick it up and own it behind the net here for a moment and send it around the other side. Danny skates up to watch the wall. She's able to hold it. Sneaks out the back, and Maddie digging it out. Turns it around, fires it up, looking for Brooke. Kate comes off the bench. She goes in, lifts the stick, gets control. She's held on the boards, tries to get it out with her skate. She gets it out and tries to feed that one back. Goes off a Russell player. They've got it for a second there. Kate picks it up one more time, sends it to the backboard. She's got control. She's turning it around, sends it out to Sophie. Sophie's got it behind the net. And out front! Oh my gosh, what a beaut! Tip in by Milne. 5-0 Cats. All right, that one goes out off the face-off. Looking for Reed. Reed sends across to Sophie, bounces over her stick, but she's going to try to pop that up the line. Ellie comes up, tries to send that center. Kate's there watching the player that's picking that up, and Reed eventually pokes that one to the outside. They're on it, and go ahead. Reed picking it up behind the net. 20 seconds left. Reed on the other side. Fires across. That'll make it to Kate. Kate feeds out to Milne. Am goes up the center. Trying for one more shot. Oh, loose out front. Ellie comes in, picks it up, tries to shoot again. Russell. Oh, and that'll be it. That's where it ends. Nice 5-0 win for the Cats. I think they probably feel good about reasserting that after their last meeting. So, good times, good game. And we'll see you. When will we see you? Pretty sure it's next weekend. Have a good one.